to me there are some predictable things and there are some unpredictable things. So the predictable things, I think, are we're obviously going to get more and more and more data.
Yep.
We're obviously going to look in more detail at how the pleiotropy, how all of the pathways interact with each other and have an impact. I hope, so we're going to, I hope, put these molecular things in the context of the cell and understand much more about how that geometry of the cell, which
as a system
works, and how those cells come together as organs or whatever to create organisms. So we're going to sort of have a much better way of stepping from the molecules and the genomes to what comes out at the end. So, you know, if I give you a genome, is it a dinosaur or is it a chicken? You know, are we going to be able to really predict from the genome what the species is? And the answer is probably yes, but we'll do it, I still think of it as cheating. By comparison, we'll look at the chicken genome and we'll look at the dinosaur genome and we'll say, oh, well, it's obvious it's one of these or one of those. But if you could do it from a fundamental perspective,
from first principles.
First principles, wouldn't that be wonderful to do that? So I think we will get towards doing that. I think we will, I think the understanding how the brain works is still not clear. And that was the other thing. I was offered a PhD in neuro as well as in the molecular, and I chose the molecular because I wasn't entirely sure where the neuro was going. And it's taken time. I mean, I think in retrospect, I actually did the right thing.
I think you
totally
did.
By accident, of course. But you know, the advances in my world have been just phenomenal. So I think the other predictable thing is the progress in medicine. And I think the practice of medicine will be completely changed by computational approaches to medicine. It's taken, I can remember when I joined EBI as a director, I said this is going to make a big difference. And it's slow, because adoption of these things is never straightforward. And people operate in one way that they're used to and they don't want to change. But the proof of the pudding will be in the eating. When there are these tools that are really predictive and diagnostic and prognostic, then the clinicians will adopt them because they see that they are good for the patients.